Welcome back to Real Talk, where we dive deep into the world of movies and TV shows. At Real Talk, we bring you insightful reviews, in-depth analysis, and top 10 lists of your favorite watches. Today, we're counting down the top 10 true story remakes of the 90s. The 90s brought us some of the most unforgettable films in cinematic history, many of them inspired by real-life events. Whether they brought history to life, dramatized true events, or left a lasting emotional impact, these films made us feel, think, and reflect on the world around us. Let's dive into the stories that made history come alive on the big screen. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Apollo 13, 1995, directed by Ron Howard. This thrilling retelling of the harrowing 1970 lunar mission captures the peril, ingenuity, and teamwork that turned a near disaster into one of NASA's finest hours. Led by Tom Hanks, this film doesn't just tell the story, it makes you feel the claustrophobia, fear, and hope of those astronauts as they fought for their lives. Apollo 13 excels at turning real-life events into edge-of-your-seat drama. Even though we know how it ends, the tension never lets up. Ron Howard's direction is masterful, and Hanks delivers a grounded, human performance that anchors the film. If you're a fan of space exploration, this is one you can't miss. At number 9, we have the cinematic behemoth Titanic, 1997, directed by James Cameron. While Cameron's film is primarily a love story, it's set against the backdrop of one of the most tragic events in maritime history, the sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912. With stunning visuals and painstaking attention to detail, Titanic beautifully captures the elegance of the ship and the horror of its sinking. Yes, Titanic leans heavily on fiction, but Cameron's dedication to historical accuracy when it comes to the ship's design and the real-life passengers makes this more than just a romance. It's an epic that combines spectacle with history, and despite the fictional love story, the real tragedy is always looming in the background. Coming in at number 8 is The Hurricane, 1999, directed by Norman Jewison. This film tells the heartbreaking true story of Rubin Hurricane Carter, a boxer wrongfully imprisoned for murder. Denzel Washington's portrayal of Carter is a powerhouse, capturing both the man's dignity and his frustration at a justice system that failed him. Denzel Washington's performance alone makes this film worth watching. It's a story about injustice, resilience, and the fight for freedom. While the film does take some liberties with the facts, its emotional impact is undeniable, and it's a stark reminder of how easily the system can turn against those it's supposed to protect. Coming in at number 7, we have Awakenings, 1990, directed by Penny Marshall. Based on the true story of Dr. Oliver Sacks's work with catatonic patients, this film tells the story of how a new drug temporarily awakened patients who had been unresponsive for decades. Robin Williams and Robert De Niro deliver touching performances that explore the fragility of life and the brief miracles that medicine can bring. Awakenings is a film that balances hope and heartbreak in equal measure. Robin Williams' subtle performance as the doctor who cares deeply for his patients is a standout, and De Niro's portrayal of a man who gets a second chance at life is both joyous and tragic. It's a film that reminds us how precious life is, even in the smallest moments. Charging in at number 6 is Braveheart, 1995, Mel Gibson's epic retelling of the life of Scottish warrior William Wallace. This film is a blend of historical drama and action, filled with rousing speeches, intense battle scenes, and the fight for freedom against English tyranny. Sure, historians might cringe at some of the inaccuracies, but there's no denying the emotional pull of Braveheart. Mel Gibson's portrayal of Wallace is fierce, passionate, and raw, and the film's depiction of Scotland's fight for freedom has become iconic. It's an emotionally stirring, visually impressive epic that leaves a lasting impression. At number 5 is A Few Good Men, 1992, directed by Rob Reiner. Based on a true story of hazing and justice in the US military, this film is best known for its electrifying courtroom scenes and one of the most famous lines in film history.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
With a stellar cast led by Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson and Demi Moore, this film delivers intense drama and sharp dialogue. Jack Nicholson's performance as Colonel Jessup is nothing short of legendary. This film is a classic legal drama with a gripping story that tackles themes of honor, duty and the cost of following orders. Sorkin's script is razor sharp, making every line feel impactful. A Few Good Men is a must-see for fans of legal thrillers. Sliding into number 4 is Donnie Brasco, 1997, directed by Mike Newell. Based on the true story of FBI agent Joseph D. Pistone, who infiltrated the mafia under the alias Donnie Brasco. This film delves into the world of organized crime and the dangerous line between duty and loyalty. Johnny Depp and Al Pacino shine in this gritty emotional drama. Johnny Depp's portrayal of Pistone is subtle yet powerful, and Pacino's performance as the aging mobster Lefty is one of his best. The film does an incredible job of showing the personal toll of living a double life, and it's a fascinating look at the human side of crime. It's a compelling, character-driven story that stays with you long after the credits roll. At number 3, we have Malcolm X, 1992, directed by Spike Lee. This biographical epic chronicles the life of the civil rights leader Malcolm X, from his troubled beginnings to his transformation into one of the most powerful voices for African American rights. Denzel Washington delivers a career-defining performance, capturing the complexity and evolution of Malcolm X. Spike Lee's direction is bold and unapologetic, and Washington's portrayal is nothing short of a masterclass in acting. Malcolm X isn't just a film, it's a statement. It's a deep dive into race, identity and justice that remains just as relevant today as it was in the 90s. This film is an essential watch for anyone looking to understand one of the most influential figures in American history. At number 2 is the legendary Goodfellas, 1990, directed by Martin Scorsese. Based on the life of mobster Henry Hill, this film is a gritty, fast-paced journey through the world of organized crime. With a stellar cast led by Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro, Goodfellas is a cinematic masterpiece that changed the way we look at crime films. Scorsese's direction is electric, and the film's relentless pace keeps you hooked from start to finish. Pesci's portrayal of the unpredictable Tommy DeVito is terrifying and unforgettable. Goodfellas doesn't just tell a story, it immerses you in the mob world with style, flair and brutality. It's a must-see for anyone who loves crime dramas, and one of my all-time personal favourites. And finally, taking the top spot at number 1, we have Schindler's List, 1993, directed by Steven Spielberg. This film is a harrowing depiction of the Holocaust, centred on the true story of Oskar Schindler, a German businessman who saved over 1,000 Jews from certain death. Filmed in stark black and white, Schindler's List is a powerful, devastating portrayal of one of history's darkest chapters. Schindler's List isn't just a film, it's a profound experience. Spielberg's direction is both respectful and brutally honest, capturing the horrors of the Holocaust in a way that's both haunting and necessary. Liam Neeson's portrayal of Schindler is deeply moving, and the film's message about the impact of one person's actions is a reminder of the power of humanity. This is a film that everyone should see at least once in their lifetime. There you have it, the top 10 true story remakes of the 90s. These films are more than just remakes of real events. They are powerful stories that continue to resonate with audiences today. Whether they're telling tales of heroism, injustice, or survival, these true story remakes have earned their place in cinema history. What do you think? Did your favourite make the list? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of film.